It's another 4 years of a wonderful government that you are expecting to start. I know that people say that Oti Datiwa, that Ondo is lucky, lucky to the extent that people got paid to vote. Like you collected money to be lucky. You are actually lucky because I think they increased the voters spend to 10K per vote per votee or per voter. Anyways, we are beginning to see more clearly why it is not certain that anytime soon that things will be better. Just a moment, what's this? Okay. So I'm here to just quickly tell us. Hi, I greet you, Kenneth. You're welcome, Madrid Maxon. So 5 reasons I just want to quickly enumerate from the outcome of the Ondo State election that it is not likely that anything is changing in this country soon. And it is not only about the politicians, it's about everybody. So you pick your own. Number one, you know that we have regular voters. They are the ones who are always, I mean, if you listen to them, they will tell you, oh, I've been voting since 1990. They are regular voters. The people they vote for know them, and they know the people they vote for. So these regular voters are stuck with the old parties. Yes, go and study them. They are stuck with the old parties. If you go to them and say, oh, I'm bringing something new, I have this agenda, I have this idea, I have this, they just look at you and say, Jeko Dojo, wait for the election day. On day of the election, you will now see, did they collect money? So they will now show you, say, you see how we dey do them, and I like this, we dey do them. So let's see how you will do better, whether you do better than the old parties you are used to. So regular voters, they vote and they get paid. So they are stuck to the parties they have always been paid to vote for, and they are not looking to change anytime soon. Number two, you see the newbies. They are not ready to stand the rigor of voting. Some of you know this guy now, Gbadebo Rival, who contested for governorship under Labour Party this last election. The first time I met him, when he was contesting for chairmanship under Kowa Party in Ikeja, he did door to door, and it was a very interesting and fantastic campaign style. Door to door, he did. So when I met Gbadebo Rival for interview after the election, he said off camera. Gbadebo said off camera first. He first placed his head on the table, shook his head like this vigorously, and by the time he raised his head, I saw mists clouding his eyes. What if I'm Wait happen? Then he opened his mouth to explain. Say, bro, I did door-to-door campaign. I tried to get everybody, both the old voters, and I single-handedly influenced a lot of people, a lot of newbies to register to get their voters card. He influenced a lot of people to get voters card. But guess what? On the day of election, number one, it rained. It first rain. That rain, about 60% of the people he had convinced who had promised that, don't worry, we are coming out. About 60% did not come out. Because a lot of them are like, come on, baby. Let me sit down in my house and maybe I can't stand that. Me, I should go and because of vote, because I want to vote for. So newbies can't stand the rigor. They are not ready to stand the rigor. Then, after losing about 60% to not wanting to come out in the rain, the remaining 40% that came out, he said that, my brother, see, the remaining people that came out, some of them said, bro, now you make us come out. We're not supposed to come out. We don't get interest for election. See what you go do. PDP is paying so amounts. APC is paying so amounts. But you, because say now you make me first come out for the first time, come vote. How much? Any amount. Just make it not be say. He then continue to preach to them on election. They say, don't forget the idea that we are driven by idea. We want to do this, we want to do that. You're like, some of them were like, bro, this one we going to talk, no biamo. See, I no collect PDP own. I no collect APC own. Your own, even if not just 3K, 3K, just bring. Man, no, because of you, I come out, I no come out in vain. He lost another fraction of the number there. The remaining, that's about 20% remaining of the whole people you convinced throughout the electionary campaign and everything. The remaining 20%, another 10% said, I'd rather not vote because I know if you just stand from here from morning till night. Like, election materials arrived late, electoral officers came late. There's some kind of the atmosphere is looking like some kind of I don't like it. Some thugs are here talking trash, ready to harm anybody. If I now come and say, okay, I want to even do it for nothing, no, I get something to do at home. Another 10% turned back. It was the remaining last 10% that stood and said, no, we believe in the vision this man shared during the election campaign. It was that last 10% that stood back and voted. And that was the vote he got. So that is to explain the number two, that newbies are not ready to stand the rigor of voting. And magic is not going to happen. Number three, see the ruling class, and they have perfected how to keep people in perpetual belief that nothing can change. They have perfected the art to make people believe that nothing can change. They have conditioned the masses. For instance, now if you tell them, oh, there's a new, these people are coming with their changing for good. They want to do this, they want to do that, blah, blah, blah. Talk from now till tomorrow. Talk from now, my brother, till tomorrow. They go tell you, say, go and start from local government. The same thing where their oppressors don't tell them, say, don't mind them. Now we don't do them. Now we sabi where we do them reach to continue from there. Say, if you allow these people to come, they don't have the capacity to change it. Where is the experience from? So you now see the oppressed masses, the masses by themselves. Now them come, they talk on behalf of their oppressors to discourage anybody who won't change. They'll say, so who is now coming to change it? If you start giving them this, look at this one, he will do this. That's not. They gave him appointment, refused. They gave him money, refused, and he's not willing to pay because he wants the country's money to work for the country. He wants government's money to work for the people. He does not want to spend it and give you small change. They have been conditioned to say, we'll let him go and start from, as if it is, as if they have somebody they want to put there to change it. You have nobody they want to put there. You now see somebody that wants to do it. You are still saying you should go and, as if say, how do I describe it? As if saying a tete, saying that they do matchmaking, say this one a match here. Now, this is our country, future of your, forget your own if you don't give up on your own now. The next generation, what is the plan for them? None. No plan, nothing. And they will confidently be telling you what their oppressors told them. They will now be the ones to now carry it and be rehyping. So they have been conditioned to believe that nothing can change. Nothing can work. Now the people with they and them go sabi, they continue the thing with them they do. So they have written both themselves and others off. That's number three reason why we never fit use election change anything. Number four, people with influence are selling their services to the ruling class against anyone attempting to change the situation. Do you understand? For instance, pastors, celebrities, influencers, people will get influence, we get circle of, we be say if they talk, many people they trend down. Many people won't listen. Many people they sit down, listen to them. They are selling their service because they don't want to use it for, they are not ready to use it to change anything. Because if what they want to use it to change is not giving them instant gratification, they are not willing to use their influence for any to drive any change. They want to get paid for the influence, and as such, they get patronized, and they render their services to the ruling class. So for as long as you are still going to a church where the pastor is friend to governor, friend to senator, friend to Baba, na business. For as long as you are going to a church or you are following a celebrity who is still preaching all these people, talking about the same set of people, you are in that category I'm discussing now. You know, an influencer who is not looking to say, I want to be different. I know that there's no future with this same class of old politicians and their old parties. It is the same ideology driving them. We want something new. If you don't see any influencer or celebrity doing that, you are in that category. And you are still following them in the same category. So the influencers don't know that they have power, or they know that they have power to change the minds of people, but they don't want to do it because there's no instant gratification in it for them. There's no instant money in it that they will make. So influencers in Nigeria are not willing to use their influence or platform to drive any change. Now, lastly, you see these suffering masses, they are, like I always tell people, I say they are not victims, they are accomplices to their what thing they go through. They are willing accomplices against one another. See as it be now, let's as people are suffering now, one of them now stand up and say, we want to change this situation, we are not taking it anymore. Now then go say, you better go and sit down, you don't show up. As if say, like say you need money, billions, to get your support. Do I need to pay you to get support so that we can change our circumstance around? Must I pay you? If I pay you, then you deserve what you are going through. For instance, now, the people of Edo collect their money, and now Ondo state people collected money. Do they have the moral ground to complain if they suffer? No, because your president was quoted recently as saying that you didn't put him there, that he paid for it, he bought his way. So what? No, now, what result, what expectation do you have of the person who bought his way through? He paid for the service and he bought it and he got it. You are now complaining. What's your complaint about? He paid for it. He paid for it, man. So for as long as you are demanding money to vote, then you have no ground or right to complain. You can't complain. You got paid to render the service. So no complaint. That's why when people think like I'm insensitive when I say no support for the oppressor, but no pity for the oppressed. You think I just woke up with that? I didn't just wake up with it. It is my decision from history, understanding of where we are coming from and where we are. Like I understand Nigeria, the psyche of the average Nigerian, so I know nothing goes for nothing. So the politician knows that your vote you will not vote without getting paid. So they put the money together and pay you and collect the vote. So now that they have paid for the service, you have no right to complain whatever they do with the product they bought from you. Whichever way somebody uses their vehicle, they have paid for it. Nothing concerns Toyota. Whether you drive your Corolla, enter swamp. Toyota will not come and say, can you drive my vehicle like that? You bought it. You paid for it. It's the same way. It's a transaction now. They paid for your vote. You sold it. They do whatever they like with it. So start letting your people who collect money to vote know that for as long as you are taking pay for votes. You have sold whatever you want to complain the next 4 years, the next 8 years, whatever it is, you have sold it. And the buyer